World War II was coming to the end, but President Truman had made a decision to drop the atomic bomb over Japan. And with that decision was being made on August 6, 1945, the first atomic bomb was being dropped on the city of Hiroshima, and the atomic bomb was nicknamed Little Boy. Then a couple days later, the second atomic bomb was being dropped on the city of Nagasaki on August 9, 1945, and that bomb was nicknamed Fat Man. With two atomic bombs was being dropped over Japan, total casualties for Japan was over 270,000 lives. Then on August 15, 1945, Japan had decided to surrender to the Ally. Dropping the atomic bomb was unnecessarily because the war in Europe was over, and also the Ally had planned uh, on the invasion against Japan. So before I go into my topic, why is it unnecessarily to drop the bomb? Let me show you a couple pictures about the atomic bombs. The first picture right here, uh, this atomic bomb is nicknamed Little Boy. The second atomic bomb right here was nicknamed Fat Man and was being dropped on the city of Nagasaki. And you can see why it's nicknamed Fat Man because it's pretty big. And the last thing is this is the mushroom cloud that was being created after the atomic bomb Fat Man was being dropped on the city of Nagasaki. With that being said, let's just talk about a little bit the war in Europe, which was already over before the U.S. decided to drop the bomb over Japan. The first country that surrendered to the Ally was Italy, which they decided to surrender in September of 1943. But the main reason that the war in Europe was over because of Germany that decided to surrender to the Ally on May of 1945 because they had no choice because of the Soviets was advancing from the east and the Ally was advancing from the west. So on April 30th, 1945, Adolf Hitler committed suicide, which really ended uh, the war in Europe because Germany surrendered to the Ally. Uh, with that being said, Let us talk about the Ally plan uh, of invasion against Japan, and that invasion was nicknamed Operation Downfall. And under this Operation Downfall, there are two main operations, and the operation was being called Operation Olympic and Operation Coronet. And these two operations uh, were being carried out by three main allied countries, which were the U.S., the Britain, and the Russia. And Russia, um, if it had gone out and had planned with the invasion, Operation Olympic would have gone first, which would have the Ally would have invaded Japan on October of 1945, and that plan was to capture southern third of Japan, and the Operation Coronet would have taken place in 1946, and that operation was to capture all the air bases so the Ally could land their planes. Um, and this is kind of like a visual map of the operation right here. Um, this operation right here is Operation Olympic, which was captured the southern of Japan. And I don't know you can see it, but this right here is Operation Coronet, which they would capture all the air bases in Japan if they would have planned on the invasion of Japan. So in the conclusion, even though it would have caused a lot of casualties against the ally if we had planned the invasion instead of dropping the atomic bomb, but it would save a lot of innocent lives. And so during this speech, we have talked about the war in Europe was already over, and the planning of the invasion against Japan. I hope this speech would have give you a different view on the atomic bomb was being dropped on against Japan during World War II.